an epic land, the ancient epicenter of commerce. Today we are emerging anew. As India turns 75, let's celebrate the most unique stories of big dreams, big take and bold minds coming together to build the most unique, modern marvels of engineering to build the unique backbone of a brand new India. Let's go discover what it takes to build India. Golden Gate, Sydney Harbour, the Brooklyn Bridge. What if I told you that our engineers are on a mission to get Indian names into this league of iconic bridges? Namaskar, I am Vaibhav Dange. Let's go see the most unbeaten bridges that will build India.
In the making, the world's tallest railway bridge, India's widest road bridge, and India's longest sea bridge. Witness unbeaten bridges that are building a new India.
The Mahabharata mentions a mighty river with a sweet water that flows through the Himalayas. On Chenab's waters today, a new page of Indian infrastructural history is being scripted in steel and concrete. The epic story of the world's highest railway bridge is coming together.
Chenab Valley. Unbound greenery and steep slopes call out to thrill seekers around the world. But perhaps the biggest adventure the valley has ever seen, the Chenab Rail Bridge. The world's highest railway arch bridge will be a stunning 35 meters higher than the Eiffel Tower. Costing almost $200 million, the AFCON's infrastructure team has deployed resources on a scale the region has never even dreamt of.
There were no roads, all vertical hills of 90-degree angle, and then we built 205-kilometer roads to reach all work spots. Finally, the last work spot we could reach in January 2020.
The newly built roads carried machines almost as tall as the bridge itself. And a mammoth 30,000 metric tons of steel. The length of steel to be welded could reach New Delhi almost 600 kilometers away. Two-thirds of the bulk went into making up the 127-meter tall pylons, 54 meters taller than the Qutub Minar. The soon-to-be iconic arches make up the rest of the steel. This design cannot be executed by a run-of-the-mill welder.
70% of the labor was from this area. We have opened a training center. AFCON has started training center, trained them, and then used on the bridge.
Extreme temperatures that fluctuate between 40 degrees centigrade to -20 make Chenab's residents the ideal crew. Add to that the guts it takes to climb to the top of the bridge. One of the world's tallest cable cranes helps launch the arch piece by piece, creating the curve as they go. A first in Indian engineering history. 5th April 2021. The wind speed at the bridge's peak, 150 kilometers per hour, the equivalent of an angry hurricane. Overcoming all, the crew hits a big milestone. the final piece of the puzzle falls into place, changing Kashmir's skyline forever.
The viaduct has been incrementally launched for the first time in the world on a transition and circular curve. Moreover, the complete construction engineering for this launching has been done by Indian engineers. Truly Atmanirbhar, in my opinion.
The deck is now coming together. A single millimeter can throw a train off its tracks. "220 meters of deck is on a curve. To make it come together, another first in Indian engineering history. The steel here is welded to withstand the valley's extremes for at least 120 years. The 3,200-member strong team works 24/7, 365 days a year to get this record-breaking bridge on track in record time. Almost 13 kilometers away, in Riyasi district, is another engineering first in the Indian infra landscape. One of the Amchi river's banks proved too unstable to allow piers to go into the riverbed. And so, a unique asymmetrical design supported by a single towering pylon pillar was born. The terrain demands unique anchorage.
So around 1,000 metric tons of cable stays have been imported from Slovakia. And the slope stabilization that's required in the region is required for us to import anchor bars from Europe as well. Transporting equipment and getting our manpower to this site has actually been a challenge, so much so that even 8,000 metric tons of fabricated works that we've brought in from Gujarat have found it very difficult to get that to the site location. In some cases, we've had to airlift nearly about 300 metric tons of equipment to the site.
The Indian Railway's first cable-stayed bridge.
The landmark Amchi Khad and Chenab bridges make up crucial sections of the much-awaited 272-kilometer-long Udhampur-Srinagar-Baramulla rail link project.
One of the Indian Railway's most ambitious projects to date. This rail link, made up of 927 unbeaten bridges, will be the first rail connection between Kashmir Valley and the rest of India. India's smallest state is also its richest by per capita income. For tourists across the world, Goa is paradise. What could make it better? India's widest bridge is about to make beach hopping even more jaw-dropping.
A new day dawns over Goa's largest river, the Zuari. The Dilip Bilkon crew is already racing against time. 6 a.m. Two 60-ton capacity gantries swing into action. This mammoth 90-ton segment needs to be locked and loaded onto the pontoon fast. The crew is building the country's widest bridge.
As far the volumes of the construction material, I would say the concrete used is about 110,000 cubic meters and steel is about 25,000 tons.
Built in the early 70s, the old Zuari Bridge has begun cracking apart, leaving North and South Goa farther apart. This means a 50-kilometer detour for cargo-laden trucks moving from ports and industrial hubs to Kerala on the National Highway 66. But bridging the Zuari is no easy task. Each segment is a new challenge. 7 a.m. The pontoon sets out. It's a short 20-minute journey to the bridge. The tides will soon rise. Close to the Arabian Sea, Zuari is heavily influenced by the ebb and flow of the tides. Low tide means choppy waters.
इंजीनियरिंग मार्बल प्रोजेक्ट तो इसलिए है कि सी की कंडीशन में ये ब्रिज बन रहा है, ये वेरी नियर टू द सी टाइडल कंडीशंस में किसी भी ब्रिज को बनाना हमेशा से एक चैलेंजिंग होता है एंड इट्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग स्पान पाइल फाउंडेशन इन द सी कंडीशन 40-50 मीटर गहरे पानी से आपको पाइलिंग करना, फिर स्टील के सेगमेंट पानी की कंडीशन में टाइडल्स मूवमेंट में आपको लॉन्चिंग करना, तो हमेशा ये एक क्रिटिकल प्रोजेक्ट था। और हमारी कंट्री में केबल सस्पेंशन ब्रिज बहुत ज़्यादा बने भी नहीं है।
Teamwork is of the essence. (11 a.m.) The tides turn. The clock starts ticking. It takes the team 2 hours to move this 90-ton segment 20 meters up from the pontoon to the bridge. That's about the weight of an average Boeing 757-200 aircraft.
A lot of specialized machinery is there. We used pontoons, different barges, plus the lifter that you see in the background, that's also designed and fabricated. So these are all special equipments which were used for this.
12 p.m. They're halfway there. Each team works in close coordination. The operators doing the heavy lifting. A marine team to navigate the rivers. And back at the fabrication yard, the team working quickly to prep the next segment. (1 p.m.) The segment reaches the bridge. Just an hour before the tide ebbs. The Zuari is unrelenting, as is Dilip Bilkon team. (2 p.m.) With minutes to go before the waters fall, the segment is bolted into place. The crew breathes easy. An ambitious blueprint to turn this bridge into Goa's hottest spot is in the works.
Actually, the height of the observatory tower is 125 meters. By capsule lift, people will go to that observatory towers. There will be a restaurant, there will be viewer gallery, by which they can see total Goa from there. There will be at the side, river side, there will be restaurants, parking places, and that will be a great attraction for the people, not only as a bridge, but as one of the attractive tourist spot in the world.
a modern marvel of engineering that's set to transform Goa's landscape forever.
Costing almost $175 million, this iconic bridge is all set to become Goa's newest, hottest sunset point, while transforming how Goans move. Maximum City, the city of stars, of dreams, hopes, and sky-high ambition, and the fifth most congested city in the world. An over $2 billion solution is in the making.
India's financial capital, a buzzing culture hub. Mumbai calls out to Indians from all over the country. This city is bursting at its seams. Travel in Mumbai takes at least 50% more time than it should. Maximum City's greatest limitation: it's seabound on 3 sides.
Mumbai is an island city having limitation of land for expansion. MTHL is 22 km long, having 6-lane bridge, is 84% ready and will be open for traffic next year. Currently, it takes 120 minutes to travel between South Mumbai and Navi Mumbai. Once the MTHL sea bridge is open, the travel time will be down to 15 to 20 minutes. New growth centers will emerge in Pen and Poinad region near Chirle Raigad district. Lot of employment opportunities would be created in Raigad.
The Mumbai Trans-Harbour Link, India's longest sea bridge in the making, will slash travel time between Mumbai and Navi Mumbai from 2.5 hours to 20 minutes.
There are threefold collaborations. One is funding, which we are getting from Japan, and technical collaborations come from countries like Japan, Korea, Vietnam, and UK.
Mumbai shores are en route to some of India's busiest ports. Big ships carrying big business must be given a wide berth. The crew comes up with a unique solution. Orthotropic steel decks spanning 180 meters each.
Generally, we have a span of about 25 meters. So that height and that distance that could be done only through orthotropic steel deck.
Each of these mammoth decks can weigh up to 3,000 tons, a fifth of the entire Brooklyn Bridge. The barge that can carry these mammoth structures in shallow waters didn't even exist before the crew got here.
So we had to actually build one barge, a barge which is 110 meters by 64 meters, not available anywhere in the region or anywhere else in the world. These are custom built.
A minute's miscalculation could bog the barge down. The domino could devastate.
There are a lot of wire, the pipelines under the seabed. So we had to actually navigate very, very carefully. And that actually also implied that we had to do undersea diving, divers we had to send. Because very, very sensitive gas pipelines are going, which actually supply entire gas to the entire country, not just to Mumbai or Maharashtra.
At the bridge, the crews work with bated breath. They work here with a precision measured to the millimeter. The crew swaps out the traditional anchoring wires with high-density polythene ropes. An engineering experiment on sea never tested in India before.
We fitted our barge with these synthetic ropes, which were as strong as anchor steel ropes, but then they had this ability to hold the barge very tautly in position. Every structure has been positioned in a matter of an hour or a couple of hours.
The project team is now counting the months till Mumbai can go on this breathtaking drive.
India has more than 150,000 bridges. But it is these iconic structures that are ushering in a golden age of bridge construction in India. Unbeaten bridges are bringing Indians closer to their dreams and building a new India.